Welcome to the live stream. Happy Monday. Excuse me. Been a few days since we had one of these. So it's about time. It's 2 p.m. for me. Let's see who we got here. Hey, Climinator. Glad you could make it. Yeah, it's been a little while since you joined one of these, I think. What time is it for you? I know you said recently you're like a few hours ahead. Let's see. Hey, Vera. Welcome. Hey, Alex. Glad you can make it. We got Muhammad here. Welcome. I am well, Vera. Thank you. I hope you are as well. Liminator says, one thing I just noticed that's a nod to Scream 4 in Scream 6 is that when Quinn talks to Tara in the bedroom near the beginning, she tells Tara her father transferred to the NYPD and calls him a... Where's the rest? Calls him a stalker, much like in Scream 4, how Lucy Hale called Ghostface Stalker Boy. Interesting. I never noticed that. 7 p.m. for you. That's perfect timing. Not too late. Hey, Chris. Let me know what your question is. Hey, Emma. Welcome. It's 9 p.m. for Vera. Hey, Jim. Same time for Chris as it is for me. 7 p.m. for Emma. Hey, Eunice. Glad you could make it. Let's get into some horror talk, Scream theories, whatever you guys want to talk about. Hey, Among Us. Jim says they want Stu back in Scream 7. I am with you, Jim. That is my number one wish for Scream 7. I just did a video the other day saying I think that they could be, what's the word? Delaying the filming for Scream 7 to accommodate Matthew Lillard's schedule. I'm sure some of you guys probably saw the video I posted just yesterday. Matthew Lillard is busy filming Five Nights at Freddy's in the fall. And Scream 7 was originally supposed to start filming in the fall, but now it got pushed back to December. So I think that's a pretty good sign that they could be trying to accommodate his schedule because in my opinion, he's going to be playing a big role in Scream 7. Hey, Camden. Hey, Ryan. Lucky you that it's a slow day. Glad you could hang out with us. Hey, David. Hope Gale is in Scream 7. Sydney needs to team up with Gale and take down Ghostface. Also, let them have a happy ending. This could end their trilogy. I agree with you. I do hope that Gale is in Scream 7. I want to see her and Sydney working together again. That is something that I greatly missed in Scream 6, seeing them on screen together. So definitely want to see a lot of scenes with Gale and Sydney working together. However, I don't know if it's going to be such a happy ending. I kind of expect Gail is going to die, unfortunately. Hello to everyone on TikTok joining the stream. Thank you. Hey, Scream fan. Hey, Joker. I'm good. How are you? Just talking some horror on YouTube and on TikTok at the same time. So I'll try to pay attention to both chats. Alex says, since Scream 7 will be filmed during the winter months, there is an opportunity for Scream 7 to have a snowy setting. And I very much hope that Spyglass will not blow this opportunity. I mean, yeah, I would love for Scream 7 to have snow. There was that rumor that it was going to take place during Christmas. Don't know if that's true anymore. This rumor was at this point almost like a year ago. We first heard the Christmas rumor last fall before we found out that Melissa and Jenna were not coming back. So things are always changing. Who knows? Look at how much has changed since then. So who knows if there's going to be Christmas. And I did hear a rumor that Scream 7 will be filming in Atlanta, Georgia. So don't know how likely there is to be snow. But I mean, they could always make fake snow. Movies do it all the time. So there's always a chance, I guess. Have you seen Stephen King's The Night Flyer yet? I have not. Chris has a theory. Let's hear it, Chris. Thanks for subbing. I appreciate it. I just surpassed 9K subscribers. I am trying to get to 10K by the end of this year. So hopefully by the new year, I can hit 10K. Jim is off from work. Nice. So I'm glad you could join us. Chris's question is, how could Stu and Amber have died? Stu's death was a TV. Amber got shot and got burned and then came back to life and got shot again. Well, I don't think Stu died. I think he survived his injuries. Amber ended up getting shot in the head, though, so she's definitely a goner. Yes, Jim, I do think that there will be a Ghostface cult in Scream 7. I think this has always been the plan since they came back with Scream 5. There are a ton of cult clues in 5 and 6. I've done a ton of videos on it. So if you're not familiar with those videos, definitely go check them out. They're in my Stu Macher playlist and my Scream Theories playlist. A lot of videos covering the cult clues for sure. Thanks for the follow, Cadence. Nice. You agree that Stu is alive. Hey, McFlirty. Happy Monday. I don't mean to ignore you guys on TikTok. I do kind of pay more attention to YouTube, but I go back and forth. Jim was born in Atlanta. Nice. I've been to Atlanta. I like it. Hey, Chocolate Ice. Thanks for joining. Thanks for moderating, as always. Eunice says, can you make a video about ranking horror subgenres? That is a good idea. Yes, I definitely can do that. Thank you for the video inspiration. Sometimes it's hard to get creative with making these videos. I feel like it comes in waves. Like sometimes I can be very creative, come up with a lot of good ideas, and then sometimes I just don't know what videos to make. So I appreciate you guys giving me suggestions, especially because I want to make videos that you guys want to see. Hey, Marvel. Welcome to the live stream. I am good. Hope you are as well. Tommy on TikTok says, do you think the Ghostface reveal needs to stop leading back to family connections? Probably. I mean, it has been done quite a few times. I personally do like when there's like a connection. I just really want Stu back, and then I also would like him to be working with Christina Carpenter, which of course would be another family connection to Sam. What's your favorite scary movie? I mean, definitely Scream. But I also really like Jeepers Creepers and House of Wax. Yes, Stu Crew. I don't know if you guys know, I have t-shirts for sale. I have some that say Team Macher and some that say Stu Crew. They're usually linked in you can find the link in the description of all of my videos and also this live stream. The link is in the description if you want to purchase a Stu Crew t-shirt. I would greatly appreciate it. I also have sweatshirts, and I also do have Team Loomis if you prefer Billy and Nancy, and technically Sam Carpenter. She's Team Loomis. I do have a crush on Stu. Least favorite Ghostface killer, definitely Ethan. Favorite Ghostface actor, Matthew Lillard, hands down. There was a comment. Oh, thanks for the follow, Skylar. Elm Saw said, while Stu got the TV on his head, he probably died from blood loss. So I know a lot of people say that. I do have a video on my YouTube channel explaining why I think Stu could have survived his injuries. So definitely go check that out if you guys have not seen it. The link to my YouTube is in my TikTok bio. So Stu was only stabbed 4 times. And one of them was just like a slash in the arm. And we know that other characters have survived far worse. Chad, for example, has been stabbed over 20 times and he's still alive. So 4 stabs for Stu is nothing. I do have some theories on how he could have survived the TV falling on his head as well. Definitely go check out the video on YouTube. Thanks for the follow. I'm Ghostface. Nikki said, any reason as to why Ethan's your least favorite? He's just, I don't know. First of all, I don't like his performance after the reveal. I feel like it's very over the top and cringy. Like when he's talking about stabbing Chad, ugh, it makes me cringe. I just think he's a boring character. I don't know. I just don't like him. But thank you for the follow, Nikki. I appreciate it. Do you think Jill Roberts is still alive? I'm open to the theory. My number one is Stu being alive. I am a fan of the Jill theory. Do I think they'll bring her back? I don't know. Maybe not, but I have talked about this theory quite a bit on my YouTube channel. We usually bring it up on my live streams. Jill was originally supposed to survive. She was going to come back in Scream 5 if they had made it over a decade ago. That was the original plan. She was going to survive, get away with it, go to college. Sydney would have had amnesia and forget that Jill was Ghostface. And then there was supposed to be a new Ghostface kind of stalking Jill, someone who knew her secret. And I always say, Emma Roberts said in an interview pretty recently that she would love to come back and she feels like she was not done with the franchise. So, yeah, I am a fan of the Jill being alive theory. I agree, Chris. Stu is the best Ghostface. Stu could expose her if Stu came back. Do you mean Jill? Stu could expose Jill? That would be cool. Danny asks, have you ever seen Ginger Snaps? I have, yes. I like it. I'm a fan of those early 2000s campy horror movies. I tried to watch the second one, couldn't really get into it. Yes, Scream 7 is confirmed. Filming starts in December. I talked about it earlier on the stream, but if you're new here and if you didn't see my video about this the other day, Nev Campbell confirmed that Scream 7 filming has been pushed back to December. It was supposed to start in September. Oh, absolutely. I will be making videos on Scream 7 once they start filming it, once we get more info. Definitely subscribe to the channel if you have not done so already. Any Scream 7 updates that we get will be posted right here on my YouTube channel, some to my TikTok as well. I've kind of taken a backseat on posting videos on my TikTok because, in my opinion, TikTok is just going downhill. They really do not treat their creators well, so it's not worth my time and energy to post videos to TikTok. But I do live stream on TikTok occasionally. Do you think a Billy cult exists? I've never really thought about it. I don't think so, but that's actually interesting because, in Scream 6, we know that there's that rumor online that Sam was the killer from Woodsboro in Scream 5. And there's all these crazy people, people like us, who were posting to like the internet in Scream 6 in the movie. And there were, if you notice, I'm someone who always pauses the movie and examines the scene. There are some people who kind of support Sam as the killer. So yeah, maybe there could be like a Billy and Sam cult. Who knows? Hey, dude who loves movies. Thanks for joining. Yes, please, if you have not done so already, give the stream a like. It helps out the channel. It helps for the stream to be pushed out to more people. How much for Stu? Are you asking about my t-shirts? There's all different prices. I think t-shirts are like $25. The sweatshirt will be a little bit more, like $34, I think it is. I don't know. But you can check out the link and you can see everything that I offer. Sam Carpenter is not the killer. They were accusing her and framed her. Yeah. Obviously, Quinn admits that she started the rumor. Yeah, obviously Sam was not the killer, but there did seem to be some people who were in support of that idea. I watched Sinister, and it's so bad and overrated in my opinion. I've never seen Sinister. What's your favorite Scream movie? Definitely the original. But after the original, Scream 4 is my favorite. Robert says, do you like Ghostface? Absolutely, of course. It's my favorite. Hey, Michael Myers. Frank said, is Scream your favorite franchise? 100%. For sure. Hey, Sandy. Vera's going to ask for a Stu Crew shirt when it's your birthday. Nice. Hey, Denisha. Welcome to the live stream. Glad you can make it. Thank you for moderating. I always appreciate you. Alex says, Critical Overlord was saying that he suspects that Scream 7 will cater to the Stu truthers, but not in a way that will involve bringing Stu back. What is your response to this? Yeah, I know a lot of people say that, like, they might not actually bring him back, but might mention him a lot, or maybe it'll be like a flashback, or some people think that the cult will kind of like worship Stu and do things in the name of Stu, but without Stu actually being alive and running the cult. But you guys know how I feel. There's no doubt in my mind that Stu is alive and running the cult, and he's gonna come back alive in Scream 7. So I guess we'll just have to see who's right in the end. Hey, pizza time. Chad is Jason Voorhees at this point. Yeah, Chad is on another level. Thanks for liking the stream, Chris. Stu was stabbed 4 times. He still could have died because let's remember one thing, he was far too sensitive. Yeah, I mean, you know, I suppose it's possible 4 stabs could kill you, but I think he's alive. Yes, Ryan. Emma Roberts said that she would love to come back. What do you think if Billy comes back? Well, I definitely don't think he can come back alive. He was shot in the head. There's no question he's dead. I would like to see his ghost again. Not that he was actually a ghost. It was a hallucination, but I really liked when Scream 5 and 6 did that. I thought it was a creative way for the fans to see Billy again. I loved Skeet Ulrich's performance as Billy in 5 and 6. I thought he was really funny. So I would love to see him come back again as a hallucination. Don't know how that could happen now that Sam's no longer in the story. Some people have said, what if Sydney has a Billy hallucination, which is possible, and honestly wouldn't be that far-fetched, I don't think. Think about all of the trauma that Sydney has gone through. It's very well that it's very possible that she could like hallucinate things and see Billy. Thanks for all the follows and the likes, you guys. Favorite Ghostface, definitely Stu. What if Billy had a long lost twin? I mean, that would be quite the twist. Do you think Ethan survived? No, I do not. Halloween 3 is one of my favorite guilty pleasures. I love Halloween 3. I got my mask right behind me. Oh my god, you have Scream stuff. That's my favorite horror movie franchise. Me too. Sydney Prescott, Scream Queen, absolutely. Ghostface or Michael? Definitely Ghostface. Although I do love Michael as well. You're my favorite YouTuber. Thank you so much. Hey, Stu Macher. What was the worst Scream movie? Probably 3. I still love 3, but probably my least favorite. I need a Maureen Prescott prequel. I mean, I would love to see some kind of flashback with Maureen for sure. Thanks for all the likes, you guys. Do I think Jill could have survived? Absolutely. We talked about it a little earlier on the stream. What's the best Halloween movie? Definitely the original. Hey, Raggedy Man. Glad you could join us. What if Stu was in Scream 4? Well, there are some theories out there that he was kind of working in the shadows of every Scream sequel. Nerdbox here on YouTube has this series of clues that Stu was in every single Scream movie. So I would love it if Stu was secretly in Scream 4. Have you ever seen Do You Want to Know a Secret? Starring Dory Barton and Joey Lawrence. I have not. Is it a horror movie? If Stu was in Scream 4, what do you think he would do to Jill and Charlie? Well, I kind of think they would be in his cult. I do have a theory video on my channel, like with the theory, what if Jill and Charlie were a part of Stu's cult? So yeah, I think he would kind of be guiding them. Do you prefer younger voice in Scream 1 or older voice in the last two movies? Well, definitely just the first one, you know. Ghostface is the absolute best in the first movie. I realize I am behind in the chat. I try to get to everyone, especially when I'm back and forth on TikTok and YouTube. I do my best to get to everyone, but if you have a pressing question you definitely want me to reply to, you can send in a super chat. I greatly appreciate them, and it guarantees that I will see it and reply to you. Do you like the movie The Shining? I do. It is a little slow paced for me. But you know, I appreciate the movie. Do you like Urban Legend? Yes, I do. I love Urban Legend. I think it was a very creative movie. Do you ship the shirt to Finland? I'm honestly not sure. I have to look into that. Have you ever seen Oculus? I don't think I have. I might have. When it first came out, but that was a little while ago, so I honestly don't remember. Yeah, Stu was not stabbed in the heart. Explain where you think Stu has been the last 30 years and tell me why it has taken him this long. I don't know. The thing is, there are so many possibilities. They could make it anything that they want. I think he's been in hiding somewhere, living his life. A reason that I think that it could have taken him this long is just because he's been building up his army, growing his cult. I don't know. I don't have all of the answers, but I do know a lot of people, their main concern is why has it taken this long? But we have to remember it's a movie, you know? Anything's possible. Yeah. Is there going to be another Scream with Matthew Lillard? I hope so. I think he's going to return in Scream 7. Do you think you would survive a Scream movie? I would like to think that I would. Who's your favorite boy Ghostface and girl Ghostface? Definitely Stu and Jill. Thoughts on Evil Dead? I've honestly never seen it. Where's the aged Scream mask from? I got that one from Spirit Halloween. Just last year. Creed thinks it was Stu that attacked Gail in her apartment. Just have a hard time believing that was Quinn. I am 100% with you. I fully believe Stu attacked Gail in Scream 6. I have a theory video on this on my channel. I did talk about it in a couple other videos too, like my 50 Stu clues video. But then there were so many clues in this one scene, Gail's attack scene, that I did a separate video on this. This was maybe like 3 months ago at this point. You can find it in my Stu Macher playlist and my Screen Theories playlist. I believe it's called Proof Stu Macher Attacked Gail in Scream 6. So yeah, I'm a big believer of that. Don't think it was Quinn. I know Quinn says that she stabbed Gail, but I think she's lying. The same way that I think Amber was lying about killing Dewey. Especially because, like, with Amber, I fully believe Amber was a cult member of Stu's. And as a cult member, your job is to protect your leader, especially because it wasn't time for him to reveal himself yet. So that's why I think Amber took credit for Dewey's kill. And it's the same thing with Quinn. I think Quinn was lying. Who killed Tatum? I did a poll about this on my community page yesterday on YouTube. So I always thought Billy killed Tatum, but then I saw a video from another creator on YouTube where they are pretty convincing that it could have been Stu who killed Tatum. So now I'm kind of torn. I might actually have to do a full-length video on this because it is an interesting topic. I really don't know who killed Tatum. And with certain kills, it's just one of those things like we'll never really know for sure. And we kind of just have to guess and look at certain clues and come up with our own conclusion. The clues always told me it was Billy, but some people also take into account like the original script, some deleted scenes from the script. So I don't know. Who do you guys think killed Tatum? Let me know in the chat, and I will eventually see it in the chat when I catch up. Like I said, I know I'm behind. I will try to get to everyone, but you can send in a super chat. Ethan has a higher chance of surviving than Stu because Ethan was only stabbed once and the TV didn't electrocute him, unlike Stu. So, I mean, Ethan was stabbed in the back of his throat. I think that would have killed him anyway. I think he just got one last jolt of energy to come back momentarily. I think also, I mean, Ethan was also stabbed multiple times before the stab to the back of the throat, but I don't know. There's so many reasons why I don't think this. I've talked about them so many times. Yes, Stu was electrocuted, but so was Jill. Jill got her brain fried, and that isn't what killed her. She still woke up after that. Her getting electrocuted in the head is not what killed her. So there's just so many reasons why I think Stu is alive. Nice, Alex. You just ordered a Ghostface mask. It'll be your first piece of Scream merch. That's awesome. Can I make a Sydney t-shirt? Maybe one day. New subscriber. Thanks, Creed. I appreciate you. Hey, Mad Blood. Jill was electrocuted by a lot of volts, though, not the same as a TV. I mean, TV has less volts of electricity than what she was shocked with. Well, there you go then. Jill's was worse and she survived. Do you think after the first Scream, Stu might have started forming the cult? Definitely, yes, because it was the original plan for him to come back in Scream 3 leading the cult. So yeah, definitely after the events of the first movie is when I think he started forming his cult. She didn't, though. Jill is dead. Yes, but Jill getting electrocuted is not what killed her. She got up again. She was still alive. And then Sydney shot her in the chest. And that is ultimately what killed her. Thanks, Kayla. Have you played the Scream game? I have, yes. Do you think another movie can be combined with Scream? Like Jason and Freddy? I don't know if I would like to see that. I feel like when it comes to Jason and Freddy, those movies are a little bit more on the goofy side. Scream is a little bit more grounded in reality, so I just personally wouldn't like to see a crossover. I'm with you, Creed. Whenever I say that, like, Quinn didn't attack Gail and Amber didn't kill Dewey, people say that I'm being sexist, but I'm not. I'm just looking at the facts. Like, I'm sorry. I don't think that those two could do those things. I don't think it was them. Quinn did attack Gail. I disagree. I don't think so. What's your favorite Scream movie? Definitely the original. After the original, the fourth one. Thanks for all the likes and the follows, you guys. I appreciate you. Quinn and Gail's boyfriend, not a chance. She is too small for all those muscles. I agree. Like, I'm sorry, you guys. It's just like they made a point of emphasizing that Gail's boyfriend Brooks had muscles. He was a grown man, clearly in great shape. They made a point of saying that he has muscles. And I think this was a clue, like, for us to realize and be like, there I don't know. I don't think Quinn could have done that. I think they're throwing it in our face like, pay attention to this. Quinn could not have done it. It's facts though. Nothing is really facts, you know? Just like, even though I believe Stu is alive, it's not yet a fact that he is alive. You know, it's a movie, anything is possible. You know, Randy even said in the third movie, you find out something you thought was true but isn't true. So it's possible we're going to find out Stu's alive and that he was responsible for some things in the past that we thought was done by other people. Thanks for the follow, Kayla. Thanks for all the follows, you guys. Thanks, Juliet. Hey, Franz. I do think I'm going to have to take just a quick break in a couple minutes because I have a grocery delivery coming and I need to put the cold stuff away in the fridge. But I don't want to actually end the stream. So hopefully you guys stick around. I'm just going to pause it for a minute. Let me see if it was delivered. Let's see. Okay, it's not quite delivered yet. We have a super chat from Creed. Thank you so much. If that was Quinn in the apartment, she should be cast on the next season of Cobra Kai with those moves. That's hilarious. Yeah, exactly. Like, those moves are insane. Like, I'm sorry, I just can't picture Quinn doing all of that. Like, you know, jumping off the freaking couch and all of that. You guys know how I feel. Sorry, I'm like dealing with this grocery delivery. Yeah, I mean, this is hilarious that she should be in Cobra Kai. Thank you so much for your super chat, Creed. I appreciate you. And did you say that you're new here? You're a new subscriber? I appreciate you. Thanks for being a part of the channel. Eunice gifted a membership. Thank you so much, Eunice. I can't tell right now who the new member is, but congratulations to whoever is the new member. Now you can use the fun emojis in the chat. Thank you for gifting that, Eunice. Hey, Isaiah. I am well. I'm glad you are as well. I actually was just thinking, like, I haven't seen you for a while, I don't think, in the live streams. So I'm glad you can make it. Hope you're doing good as well. Hey, Jamie. Hey, Paula. Do you think that Dewey should have died in the first Scream? No, I'm glad that he survived and that we got 5 movies with him. I do kind of wish we got him for the full movie in Scream 5. Just because it had been so long since we saw him in Scream 4. Thanks for hanging out, Paula. Do you realize that the filming of Scream 7 will start almost a year after it was initially going to start? Remember, the initial plan was for filming to begin in January. Yeah. Oh, man. Yeah, it's like unfortunate. It's a bummer that we have to wait. Even though at the same time I have said I don't want them to rush things. I think they should take the time to get things right. So, and Nev Campbell actually did just say, when she said in the interview that I reported on the other day, she said she thinks it's a good thing now that it's being pushed back because it gives them time to get things right. It is unfortunate, though, everything that has happened to initially push it back, like with Melissa and Jenna. Alvaro gifted a membership as well. Thank you, Alvaro. And it looks like Jamie got the membership. Nice. Okay, so I do have to just pause this for a second because I just got a grocery delivery and I have to put the cold stuff in the fridge. But I don't want to end the stream yet. So stick around if you don't mind. Talk amongst yourselves in the chat. Send in some comments, questions, theories, and I will get to them when I get back. Should just be a couple of minutes, so bear with me. Okay. I made it back. Hopefully my air conditioner is not too loud for you guys. I can like hear it in my headphones picking up on my mic, but it's hot today, so I gotta have the AC on. Let's see, where were we in the chat? Yes, Jamie is back in the Pam fam. Nice. Hey, Michael, have you seen Longlegs yet? I have not. Unfortunately, it's difficult for me to get to the movies. There's not one near me. So, unfortunately, most movies I just wait till it goes to digital. But one movie that's coming up that I really want to see in theaters is Trap, I think it's called, with Josh Hartnett. Because I'm sure there's going to be a crazy twist in it. And I just want to experience that in theaters and not see spoilers online. Hey, Percy. I'm glad you could make it. I made it back alive. Yes, Eunice, I just added the Gale emoji yesterday. Which one should I add next? We have Stu, Billy, Sydney, Jill, Richie, Ghostface, and now Gale. Who do you want to see next? Let's see. Have you ever read or seen any Scottish horror apart from The Wicker Man? I have not. You're writing your own slasher book. Nice. That's cool. Who do you think was near Randy as Ghostface, Billy, or Stu? I think that was Stu. You're talking about when Randy was on the couch watching the movie and Ghostface was behind him. I think that was Stu. Vera says, found this theory on the internet. Gail made a sinister deal with Billy and Stu. She would help them get Sydney if they helped her become famous. Interesting. That is quite the theory. I've never heard that one before. Wow, that, I mean, if we found that out now, it would definitely be a twist, but it also would be really sad knowing that, like, you know, Gail and Sydney have become good friends now. So to know that Gail did that would be like heartbreaking. Eunice wants an amber emoji. All right, I will make one for you. Chris has a theory about Stu and Amber. Let's hear it, Chris. I love hearing about screen theories. Hey, Jamie. Welcome to the live stream. I have to set my phone up again for the TikTok live stream because I paused it. It was my first time pausing a TikTok live and it just ended. They just ended it after the pause timed out. So let me set this up again. Okay. It sucks that these the emojis don't show up when I highlight them on StreamYard, but at least they show up in the YouTube chat, but it sucks that I can't like flash them on the screen. Hey, Light Purple. Thanks for joining the stream on TikTok. I was live earlier and I know you were there and I paused it because I had to go do something real quick and TikTok just ended the stream. So I apologize for abruptly ending the stream on TikTok before. But we're back. Jake says, hold on. Sorry, you guys, 1 second. Jake says, I don't think I would be happy with anything other than Stu being the main Ghostface in Scream 7. However, let me ask, how do you feel about Melissa Barrera was treated? So I'm with you. If Scream 7 is anything other than Stu, I will be disappointed. I'll live, I'll be fine, but I will be disappointed. I think the whole thing with Melissa Barrera was very unfortunate. So unfair. I feel like they could have worked things out. She didn't deserve to be fired. I think they kind of like jumped the gun with firing her. Like no one was in support of that. I think Spyglass thought people would be like celebrating it just because nowadays people love to cancel other people and some people do want others to be fired from their jobs for certain things. So I think Spyglass thought this is what we wanted, but no one wanted that. And I think once they saw the backlash, they really regretted it. It's so unfortunate. It's always going to haunt me what version of Scream 7 we could have gotten if she had stayed on. But I will say I am happy that Neve Campbell is coming back. I feel like that was the only alternative that I would have been happy with. If they were going to just like do a total reboot and a whole new cast, I would have been very upset, honestly. Yeah, cancel culture, not great. I feel like things are changing a little bit, though. I feel like people are starting to be over cancel culture. If Sydney's family and friends betrayed her, why not Gail? I mean, it's true. Anything's possible. For sure. Thanks for all the likes, you guys. Marvel says it would have been incredible if in Scream 5 and 6 we saw a person taking pictures of Sam, Tara, and Sydney during all the attacks. And we saw in Scream 6 a scene with photos of Sam and Tara. Do you mean like what's the what am I trying to say? Like photos of them on a board, like piecing things together, like stalking them, kind of like I don't know if you guys have seen Gossip Girl, and I think Juliet has like all these photos on a board piecing things together, like stalking people. Fear the Phantom says, guess I'm in the minority, but I'm glad the core 4 is no more. There's a lot of people out there who I do think are happy that they won't be in it. I get where you're coming from. I just wish that they had one more movie to wrap things up. I did really like Sam. I could live without the Meeks twins, and I could also live without Tara. Tara's not my favorite. I do think she kind of was like boring in a way. So I am super bummed that we don't have Sam. I think Sam was a great character. You know, if we couldn't have Sydney as the main girl for 5 and 6, I loved that we had Sam. Paula says, I think it's possible it was Stu chasing Sydney around the sets in Scream 3. Ghostface popped out of the closet just like Stu in Scream 1. That's a good point. That's a similarity right there, which could be maybe considered another Stu clue. I think it's possible that Stu was in Scream 3. I mentioned earlier, Nerdbox here on YouTube has these theories that Stu was in every sequel. So, yeah, I definitely think it's possible. Thanks for the follow. I'm a huge fan of your YouTube channel. I appreciate that. Do you think without Melissa and Jenna, Scream 7 will be good? I do still have faith that the movie can be good, even without Melissa and Jenna, for sure. Is your favorite character Stu Macher? 100%. Definitely. Now it's cold in here, and I'm right in front of the AC, so I need to go turn off my AC. Favorite Halloween? Definitely the original. Have you seen Death Toilet? It's on Tubi. I have not, but actually, I feel like I did see it in in the options to watch. I feel like Tubi has a lot of like random movies like that. I miss Sam. It feels like they were going to talk about more story with her. Yeah, I don't think Sam's story was done. I think there was so much more that they could have told with Sam. So unfortunate that it got cut short. I also, I always thought that Christina Carpenter, their mom, was going to come into Scream 7. Now I'm not so sure since they're not going to be in the movie. I do still think it's possible to include Christina. I have said this before, like, because I do think that she's working with Stu, so she could still be in 7 working with Stu. Maybe she wants revenge on Sydney because they both dated Billy. Christina was in love with Billy, and maybe she hates Sydney for killing him and taking him away from her. Yes, Stu is alive. I always wonder, why does the villain have to die in the end? I want a Scream ending that Ghostface wins, hopefully in Scream 7, but I don't expect it. I am with you. I would love to see that. Definitely would be something new and different for the franchise. I mean, I think Stu's coming back. So it would be nice if he could survive at the end of Scream 7 so that we can get him in a full movie in Scream 8. And then they can kill him in Scream 8. Jake says, currently writing chapter 12 of my book, Deep Within, and finding it so helpful having you on in the background. Thank you for live streaming. I appreciate that. Thank you. Would love to send you a copy when it's done. That would be awesome. I would definitely check it out. I will admit, I'm not a huge reader. I used to be. I used to love reading books, and then one day I just kind of stopped. And now I'd much rather like watch a movie or a TV show. But I will definitely check it out. Have you seen the book that was written by Beyond the Mask around the ending of Scream TV series? Yes, I am aware that he is writing a book. I think that's awesome. It's cool that he got it approved by like the official people. They gave him the okay to continue the story from the TV show. That's awesome. Love the setup. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I'm definitely gonna when Halloween season is officially here, I'm gonna change things up a little bit. Probably add some more things. But I might have to get rid of some stuff because I don't have that much space. But I did just add this Halloween tapestry today. I didn't have this here before. This is where I had my Freddy sweater and the hat, which I need to find a new spot for that. Maybe like right here behind me, like over here. But yeah, I'm slowly getting into Halloween mode. I definitely start getting into the fall vibes in August because that's when Dunkin' Donuts and Starbucks bring out their fall menu. And the second I can get a pumpkin spice latte, it's officially fall. Never liked Tara or Mindy. Sam was okay, and I liked Chad, but he definitely should have died. I agree with you. I could totally live without Tara and Mindy. Chad was pretty funny. But I agree he should have died. I was more of a fan of Mindy in Scream 5 than in Scream 6. I feel like Mindy was very funny in Scream 5, and then I don't know, her character changed a little bit in Scream 6, and I didn't really care for her. Hey, Cindy. Thanks for the like. Okay, so which one was the Ghostface near Sydney in Scream 1? What scene are you referring to? Yeah, I totally agree with you, Jake. Let's have the Stu reveal in 7. Have him survive. And be in the full movie for Scream 8. Having Ghostface win or not be revealed to build suspense for the next movie would be refreshingly awesome. I definitely would love for Ghostface to get away with it. However, I want them to be revealed. I don't want to have to wait for the whole next movie not knowing who it is. Whatever you get rid of, send my way. I mean, I definitely wouldn't get rid of anything. I just would move some things around. I wish the main character was constantly changing like Ghostface. Like Richie said to Sydney, surviving this many times is ridiculous. That is a fair point. But it's like at this point, I just feel like we've gotten so attached to Sydney and Gail and Sam and all of the characters who like keep coming back. Um I don't know. I feel like if they were gonna do that, they should have done that back then with like Scream 2. Um I don't know. I think this could be the case one day in the future. Like once Sydney's story is wrapped up and once we're like officially done with Sam and there's no chance of Sam ever coming back, I can see them doing that for sure. I can see them having like a completely new story with every sequel going forward. If Stu's alive, that means Ethan's alive. I disagree. A lot of people think this. I get where you're coming from, but I just don't think that's the case. All I want from Scream 7 is a Christmas setting, Stu's return, a Ghostface cult, and Sydney and her kids appear. That sounds like a perfect movie to me. That's everything that I want to. I could live without the Christmas. I mean, I would love to see a Christmas setting, but if it's not Christmas, I won't be too disappointed. But everything else you mentioned, for sure, I need to see those things. The one that was doing the knife thing when Billy was in bed playing dead, when Sydney was on the ground, when Ghostface knocked down the door. I mean, then that was definitely Stu because Billy was playing dead. Let's see. Hey, Ghost Blood Boy. Thanks for the follow. Whatever happened to Hank Loomis? I was hoping they bring him back. We don't know. I mean, I wish that he would come back too. We don't know if he's like still alive, if he died. So I'm thinking about actually doing my Scream 4 watch party tomorrow. Would you guys be able to attend if it was tomorrow? I'm not sure. It's a little late notice, but I'm thinking tomorrow evening time for me. So it would be like 7 p.m. Eastern time. Hopefully you guys can make it. Yeah, I might set it up later to be ready to go for tomorrow. Yes, I am super excited for the Scream 4 watch party. I've been waiting for this one. You guys know this is my favorite sequel. So I have been looking forward to watching it with you guys. Hey, Jen. You said, I love Rob Zombie Halloween reboot. I'm not crazy about it. The first one was pretty okay. I know that those movies get a lot of hate. The second one I really did not enjoy at all, but the first one was pretty good. Are you ready for Scream 7 next year? Absolutely. Yes, I'm so excited. Can't wait till we start getting some more news and I can start making videos on it. You know, cast announcements, set photos. And then I can't wait till we get like the teaser trailer and we can break down the trailers together. Thanks for the follow, Stan. A scary movie is better than Scream. I disagree. Do you play Mortal Kombat? I do not, but I did hear that Ghostface is a character, which is awesome. Hey, Paul, welcome to the live stream. I don't know how much longer we're going to go, but for a little bit, I think. Hey, Island Warrior. Hey, Yoni. I did not see Deadpool and Wolverine. I would like to. I'm a fan of both of them. So I heard it was good. I have seen a couple spoilers for it. I won't spoil anything for you guys, but typically I hate seeing spoilers for things, but something like that, I'm not like a huge fan of, so I don't mind seeing the spoilers, but yeah, I heard it was good. Definitely gonna watch it eventually. Who was chasing Casey in the first Scream? I think it was Billy who chased her down and stabbed her. I know there's some debate with that too amongst fans. I think it was Billy. Do you think Kincaid will be in Scream 7? I hope so. I'm hopeful. We've been speculating it for like a year now at this point, or pretty much ever since we found out in Scream 5 that him and Sydney are now married. Yeah, I do think there's a good chance that Kincaid will come back. When Stu said, watched a few movies, took a few notes, it foreshadowed Roman's comments in his monologue to Sydney at the end of Scream 3. Well, I think if anything, it was like a callback. Scream 3 was a callback to 1 rather than 1 foreshadowing 3. Have you played the Killer Clown game? I have not, but I want to. Gabe thinks it was Billy who killed Casey. Jen thinks it was Stu. PJ thinks Billy killed Casey. Eunice, so I'm thinking of 7 p.m. Eastern time. Hopefully that will work for you. I'm not positive though. I don't know for sure if it's going to be tomorrow. I'm leaning more towards yes. Imagine they announced a horror cinematic universe with all the horror characters interacting. It would be wild. I could definitely see them doing that one day. When they've run out of ideas. Will Patrick Dempsey be in Thanksgiving too? I think he will. I just read something the other day that I think he will be in the second one. Who do you think is the funniest Ghostface? Definitely Stu. I think Stu could make a return, but it's debatable because Lillard could be working on Scooby-Doo or Five Nights at Freddy's. So I did just post a video yesterday on my YouTube channel saying how I think, so it's been confirmed that Scream 7's filming date has been pushed back by several months. It was supposed to start filming in September, but it's been pushed back to December. And I think that's a sign that they could be accommodating Matthew Lillard's schedule because he's filming Five Nights at Freddy's 2 in the fall. So I think they're pushing back Scream 7 for him. But I agree with you. I don't think they would announce that he's coming back. It's going to be top secret for sure. I have a feeling he won't be. Check Production Weekly. Are you referring to Scream 7? I know what you're talking about. I heard some people say like his name, Patrick Dempsey's name, was listed in Scream 7 Production Weekly, and then now it's no longer there. I don't know. I don't know what any of this means. Typically, Production Weekly is a reliable source, but sometimes they get things wrong, or not so much that they get it wrong, it's just that things can change. Because just last week, Production Weekly said Scream 7 was starting in September. And then a couple days ago, we find out December. So I think things can change all the time. Oh, so is he not listed either for Thanksgiving too? Do you think Sam and Tara will at least be mentioned in Scream 7? I do. I do think it's going to be just like a passing moment, like kind of like what they did for Sydney in Scream 6. You know, they briefly talked about her. Gail was like, Sydney took her family somewhere safe. That's really all they said. Which two do you think will have the most screen time? What do you... Who? Like for Scream 7, I assume you're talking about, but out of which characters? Oh, it'll be 2 a.m. for you. All right, let's see. Yeah, I don't know. I might have to do it in the evening time for me. I'm sorry. It sucks when it doesn't work out because people live all over the place and in different time zones and stuff. So that is why with Scream 3, I did the watch party at 3 p.m. I don't know. I don't know what time would be best for everyone. Maybe I'll take a poll on YouTube to see what time would be best for everyone. Thanks for the follow, Angel. Do you think Billy Loomis and Richie Kirsch are enemies? I mean, they don't know each other. So they never met. So no, I don't think they're enemies. Bye, Paula. Thanks for hanging out. Enjoy your dinner. And we'll talk to you soon. Hey, Hollywood. Thanks for joining the stream. The Thing, 1982, is my favorite movie of all time. Nice. I enjoy that movie. Well, it's still pretty early. It's not even 4 p.m. for me. I'd like to stream for a little bit longer. So if you have any theories you want to drop or questions, send them in the chat. Are you excited for the new Terrifier? I am. I'm so excited. I've said before, like, I just recently started watching the Terrifier movies. I watched the first one last Halloween season. And the second one I watched like maybe 3 months ago or 4 months ago. And I did not expect to like the Terrifier movies that much. And I really enjoyed them. I enjoyed the second one more than the first one, which I think a lot of people agree with. They definitely have different vibes, those movies, the first and second one. I am so excited for the third one. So happy that Sienna is coming back because I love Sienna. I think she's a great character. Did you watch the trailer for the third one? I did a trailer breakdown on my YouTube channel. If you want to check it out, the link to my YouTube is in my TikTok bio. Thanks for the follow, Jules. I appreciate it. What's your favorite Chucky movie? That's tough. I think so. I definitely like the second Child's Play more than the first one. I'm also a fan of The Bride of Chucky. I don't know if it's the best Chucky movie, but it's very nostalgic for me because I watched that one a lot as a young kid, like more than the rest of them. So yeah, probably Child's Play 2 and Bride of Chucky. Do you think they're making another Scream movie? Well, they definitely are. Scream 7 is confirmed. If what you mean is, will they make an 8th one after the 7th one? The answer is also yes. I do think they will make another one after 7. I think as long as these movies are successful and continue making money, I think they're going to keep on making them. And there is a rumor that Scream 7 is going to be the start of a new trilogy. So, you know, we might have Scream 8 and Scream 9 on the way. My least favorite Chucky is when they're in the mental hospital. Yeah, Cult of Chucky. I honestly was not crazy about Cult of Chucky. I actually just watched it for the first time last Halloween season. And I had high hopes for it because a lot of people said it was like this great movie. I was not impressed with Cult of Chucky. Do you think Sydney Prescott will return? She definitely is returning. It's confirmed. Neve Campbell is coming back for Scream 7, which I'm super excited about. Do you think Stu will be back? I do. We talk about it a ton on the channel. Especially now that Neve Campbell is confirmed. I think now more than ever, there's a chance of Stu coming back. Because Matthew Lillard has said that he will only come back if Neve also comes back. So it's perfect time. Thanks for the follow, Daniel. And Hollywood, thank you for the follow. I appreciate you guys. Would you be cool with Jill returning? I would. I love Jill. Definitely in my top 5 ghost faces. Huge fan of Emma Roberts. Scream 4 is my favorite Scream sequel. So yeah, I would love for Jill to come back. And we mentioned earlier on the stream, Emma Roberts has said she would love to come back. So maybe one day it can happen. Which 2 characters in general will have the most screen time in 7? I mean, I definitely think Sydney for sure. And then maybe Gale. I would hope. I hope that Sydney and Gale have a lot of screen time in Scream 7. I do think that Sydney is supposed to be the main character again, rather than just like a side character, so we'll see. Okay, I am not ending the stream. We're still going to stream for a little bit, but I am taking a quick... So I will be right back. Made it back alive. Probably gonna go for another 15, 20. And then I have to go cook some dinner. How do you think they will introduce Stu? I don't know. I hope... I mean, I want a typical reveal. I want like a typical final act. I want him to unmask himself because that is something that we didn't get from him in the first movie. That is like the only thing that might have made the first movie better if they did the actual unmasking. Although, I don't know, I take that back because their reveals as they are were amazing. But I do hope Stu gets to unmask himself this time in 7. And I hope there's like a callback line from the original. I hope he says something like, "Surprise, Sydney," or "I always had a thing for you, Sid." Something like that. Who do you think will be present in the third act other than the killers? Definitely Gail. I mean, well, definitely Sydney, but I hope Gail also. Why not bring Dewey back by having Scream 5 and 6 become movies from books written by Gail? Interesting. So, what do you mean? Do you mean that they what do you mean exactly? Can you clarify in another comment? By having Scream 5 and 6 become movies from books written by Gail. Interesting. Do you think Billy and Stu hate each other? um well, no. I'd like to think that they were genuine friends, at least at one point. I mean, I do think that Billy was going to turn on Stu. So I don't know. I don't think they hate each other. Which Halloween sequel is your favorite? Mine is 4. Rachel was a great character. Um, that's tough because there's so many good ones, but I think I would also go with 4. I think 4 is just very nostalgic for me. As a kid, I loved Halloween 4 and 5 because I loved Jamie. Um, so yeah, I think I agree with you. Yeah, I don't like the way that they killed Rachel in 5. It was just very abrupt. Um, and they kind of just brushed over it. She should have died saving Jamie. Hey, Z Smooth. Favorite horror killer? Yours is Jason. I mean, mine is definitely Ghostface, but I also love Michael Myers. Let's see. Nancy and Jill over Amber and Quinn. Definitely agree. Next Scream movie starts filming in December. Yes. Do you think they're going to make another Halloween movie since Michael Myers died? I imagine they'll do another reboot one day. I mean, we are getting a TV show, but I think it's more of like in the past, not like a sequel to the movie. Um, so I don't know. I do think they'll reboot the franchise again one day. We know that that franchise loves reboots. One more episode of House of the Dragon. What an episode last night. Yes. I enjoyed last night's episode. Um I love that those two guys became dragon riders. I don't remember their names. I'm terrible at the names when it comes to House of the Dragon. But yeah, great episode. What's for dinner? I'm thinking about doing chicken stir fry. Five different timelines of Halloween. You want another? I think people just want to see Michael. Apparently, they're going to make another Michael movie, but when and who, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know anything about a movie. I do know that they're making a show, which I'm excited for. I don't know much about it. I don't really cover it that much, or I don't cover it at all on the channel because I don't really know much about it, but maybe I'll look into it and do a video on it. I guess if Stu needs to reveal himself to Sydney, I hope he says, "What's the matter, Sydney? Looks like you've seen a ghost." That would be a nice callback as well. Obviously, it was Billy who said it, but yeah, I would like to hear that. As long as Rob Zombie doesn't direct it. I agree. Hugh claimed Vermithor and Ulf claimed Silverwing. Okay, yes. I thought his name was Ulf. I wasn't sure the other guy's name, but I am very happy it was the two of them. Like when all the Targaryen bastards showed up to Dragonstone, I just knew Hugh was going to be the one. I knew it. And then once I saw that Ulf kind of got away and didn't get burned right away, I was like, oh my God, imagine he's one as well. Yeah, I loved it. Did you see they're making Michael versus Jason? I did not. Is this true? I hope Billy comes back for good. I mean, he got shot in the head, so don't think he'll be coming back. If anything, just as another hallucination, which I would love. If Jill came back in Scream 7, what do you think her motive would be? And what would her and Stu do to Sydney? I mean, I just think her motive at this point would be revenge, like for almost killing her. What would her and Stu do to Sydney? Just try to kill her and taunt her and traumatize her some more. What's the best timeline in Halloween so far for you? I prefer the last one. I don't know. That's a tough question. It's so tough because I love Halloween 4, but I also love Halloween H2O. So I don't know. And then in the most recent timeline, Michael and Laurie are not brother and sister, which I know a lot of people like that they chose to do that, but I like that Michael is her brother. There's a lot of people that don't like that. So I don't know. I think I'm going to have to go with the H2O timeline because I like that they have another showdown as like brother and sister. Renee says the recent timeline disappointed me. How do you feel about the Wrong Turn movies? I've never seen them. I want to. I tried to watch the first one recently, but it wasn't available to rent anywhere. I would have had to like buy it for like $15, and I wasn't trying to do that. Halloween, Halloween 2, and Halloween 4 is the best timeline. Yeah, I mean, I do like Halloween 4, so it's honestly tough for me to pick. Hey, Ethan. Unfortunately, we are going to be wrapping things up in the next couple of minutes. Sorry you missed the stream. But not to worry, because we go live all the time here. I said earlier, I do think I'm going to do the Scream 4 watch party tomorrow. I'm not positive, though. And I kind of want to take a poll on my community page to see what time would be best for everyone. Do you like Candyman, specifically the first one? So I'm not sure I've ever seen it. If I have, I was like very young. So I don't know. What's your top 5 horror movies of all time? I mean, definitely Scream, Halloween. I love Jeepers Creepers, House of Wax. And then I don't know. I guess maybe like Chucky. It's hard to pick. H2O was okay. I thought Chris Durand was awful as Michael Myers. The Scream score was pretty cool. Yeah, I mean, when you like Halloween H2O isn't actually a great movie. It's not, but it is another one that is nostalgic for me. Watched it a lot as a kid. Loved it then, but when I watch it now, I'm like, okay, this movie isn't actually great. And Michael's not in that movie a lot. He doesn't show up until like the very end. He doesn't have a lot of screen time in H2O. I like 13 Ghosts, and I also like Disturbia, yes. Thanks for the follow, Renee. I love your masks. Thank you. I do think I'm going to end the stream here. We've been hanging out for a while, which is awesome. Thank you for all the likes and the follows. I appreciate all of you. And I will talk to you guys soon. Okay, ended things on TikTok. Let's just wrap things up here also. I like Halloween 2018. That's why I prefer the last one. I like Halloween 2018. It's not my favorite though. For me, nostalgia plays a big role in how I feel about these movies. I have not seen Deadpool and Wolverine. I will see it eventually because I am a fan of them. It's like Michael stumbled upon the set of Dawson's Creek. That's funny. Okay, yes, so we've been streaming for over 2 hours. This was a long one. Usually I do like an hour and a half or something like that, but extra long one today because it's been a few days since we went live. I appreciate all of you guys hanging out with me. Thank you so much for your comments, questions, super chats. Thank you to those who gifted memberships. I appreciate all of you. I will. Thank you. Like I said, stay tuned for when we do the Scream 4 watch party. Don't know exactly when, but I will keep you guys updated in the community section of my channel. So definitely make sure all notifications are turned on because it will notify you when I post to the community page. So yeah. Have you played Roblox before? I have not. Sorry, Ghostface. We are ending the stream. So I hope you guys have a great rest of your Monday. And I will talk to you soon.